What's going on, guys? We are back again, and we are finally going to be talking about Ghostbusters Afterlife. Now, again, we are going to be getting into spoiler territory. I'm going to go over my initial thoughts over the film, and not only if I liked it, if I hated it, but there's a lot just to talk about, to enjoy, to digest about this film. Now, first off, if you are a OG Ghostbusters fan, you are probably going to enjoy this movie a lot better than the last one that came out in 2016. This movie was made in honor of Harold Ramis, who passed, who played Egon Spengler, who is the main focus of this movie. He is carried by his grandchildren in this film. We got Phoebe, we got Trevor, who come with their mom after they get evicted from their apartment after finding out that their grandfather dies, and they inherit this land and this house, and they think it's just a dump, and he was a weird, deadbeat dad slash grandfather that didn't care about nobody. And Phoebe goes to school. She meets Paul Rudd's character, who is a teacher, and he takes interest in, of course, their mom. So we see this building relationship, but at the same time, Phoebe really is a big mix of her grandfather. She's incredibly smart. She is not really, she can't really get a lot of friends. But then she comes in contact by someone by the name of Podcast, who is kind of like an outcast as well, and he slowly becomes friends with her. And then we got Trevor, who is your normal 15-year-old kid, and he gets interest in this local girl by the name of Phoebe, who is working at sort of like a drive-in slash dining place, and he tries to get her attention. But throughout the entire movie, he's mainly focused on what exactly their grandfather was, who he was, and they later find out, of course, he was a Ghostbuster, and everything that happened back in the 80s was true. And they really pay homage and they respect the former characters and cast, and I'm so happy that they did that. And what we see is when they get in trouble by the law, when they go up against that slime that slime ghost, we see where they destroy half the town in the vehicle, and then they get arrested, and then they actually call Ray, and Ray explains what happened, that everyone went their own separate ways, and then Spengler, he got so obsessed with this prophecy that what they went through was going to be even bigger in several years, and he was trying to get everything ready, and everybody thought he went nuts, when evidently he went right, because the one town that he went to and he lived in for the rest of his life until he passed, apparently of natural causes, is what they stated. He got everything ready. He had blasters ready. He had everything to try to stop it, because the next big disaster was going to be in 2021. And this is the reason why he put so much money and time to build a huge trap to trap this demon boss that they went up against back in the day. And I don't remember the exact name of the character, because it's been so long since I saw the original film. Now, I will say I'm going to have to probably go back and watch the original two films, because it's been so long. But we see this huge battle where the same thing happens to Paul Rudd and their mom. They get overtaken by these two demons, the gatekeeper and the key. And then we have where they unlock, that master demon, and they have to save their mom, and then they have to run back to the house. And we see this huge showdown. And then at the very end of the film, which was so awesome, we got to see the original three come back. We got to see Winston, we got to see Ray, Peter, obviously Bill Murray, Ernie Hudson, and Dan Aykroyd return as the legendary characters themselves. I couldn't get enough of this film, man. I mean, again, I'm not the biggest Ghostbusters fan, but I really enjoy it, and I'm very happy that they not only respected this movie, but they also gave this movie a reason to breathe and to thrive and to live. And this is what movies should do. And this is what any movie needs to do. If you are going to pay homage to a movie, if you're going to respect the past and embrace the future, you need to do it correctly. And I think this is the only movie that I think that they've actually paid that much respect to. because they knew with the travesty that was the 2016 movie, if they did this movie again, Ghostbuster fans were going to be like, okay, we're done. There's only going to be the first 2 movies, and I'm in full agreement. And they didn't do that. They gave so much respect to the late Harold. They gave respect to Bill Murray's character, Dan's character, Ernie Hudson's character, and they were still passing the torch along possibly to these new characters. But they're like, we're still here if the world needs us. And I like that. And how they kind of mixed in together of how secretly, Ray was a fan of podcasts because he had his own podcast, and that was kind of funny. And also with, Peter doing his own thing and like saying, hey, babe. And I do believe Sigourney Weaver was in this. I'm not exactly sure what role she played. I didn't see her in the film. Maybe she was that one, demon. I can't remember. I'm not exactly sure. I think that's what she was, because I remember she was overtaken by one in the original film, and I thought that was going to happen in this one, or she was going to be with one of the other characters. Now, again, I thought she was going to be in the original film. I don't see her in this film at all, so I guess they maybe paid her a mention, but I didn't see her in this film. Unless I didn't spot her, you guys need to let me know. But again, I like this movie. I don't think it's a bad movie. I think it's a very fun-filled family movie. If you're a fan of the original Ghostbusters, you will enjoy this film. It is not rip-off of the original films. It pays homage to the original cast, and it makes sense. The story makes sense. The characters make sense. The brother, he's a gearhead. The sister, she's a very scientific person, and she's exactly like her grandfather. She's pretty much the spinoff of her grandfather. And what I liked what they did in the latest part, in the latest part of this film, was not only did they respect, his character, but they gave him a kind of a sign off. And basically, because he was there, his spirit came to help his granddaughter in the fight, to hold on to her, her ray gun, to help one last time, and basically, get peace of mind to be able to move on, because you could tell that his spirit was still there on that property because of stuff moving around, or a chess piece would move here and there, or a light would move, try to get his daughter and his grandkids to kind of do something like, hey, you need to kind of look at this where you're aware of the situation. And I'm glad that they kind of did subtle hints to maybe his ghost is going to show up, and I'm very happy that it did. And it was very emotional. It was very meaningful to not only to the character but to OG fans as well, and I'm very happy that they plugged that in there to give us a little send off to that character, as well as also that it would make sense and that was respectful, as well as also something that any real true Ghostbuster fan will really enjoy. So I enjoyed this film. 1 out of 10. I'd have to give it a 9. I really do. I have to give it a 9. Some of the comedy kind of fell for me a little bit, but other than that, I didn't really have too much. I don't got that much bad to say about it. Again, I'm not the biggest Ghostbusters fan, but I do enjoy Ghostbusters. I mean, there's really not a whole lot that I can say bad about this film, because there's really not that much I can say, hey, I didn't enjoy this, I didn't enjoy that, because I did enjoy this film. But other than that, guys, what did you think about Ghostbusters Afterlife? Did you guys enjoy it? Was it okay? Was it like the best movie of 2021, or was it okay? Honestly, I think this movie would have been better if it came out around Halloween. It probably would have helped it, but then again, I think they were kind of worried if this was going to compete against Halloween, Halloween Kills. So again, I understand that. But either way, what are your thoughts? I'd love to know down in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys on the next one.